everybody says they want financial freedom, but the reality is few people get it. Today I'm going to share some things that I think are the reasons why a lot of people don't, and the reason some people do. But before I get into that, I want to share with you a story that relates to financial freedom. And it all starts with windows. So I have buying some windows, right? And I went and looked at a windows store, right? And so we went in and we thought, hey, these are good. These are some great windows. The guy did a whole sales presentation, and we scheduled a time for him to come and visit us. So anyway, it's scheduled for a Thursday, 5 o'clock, no show. Guy doesn't show up. Then 30 minutes later, I'm like, well, maybe, he got some, I don't know, stuck in traffic. So I call him and he's like, oh, I got held up. I'm going to be here at this other place for 2 hours later, 2 hours. And maybe I'll give you a call after to schedule a time. The problem is he never called me to tell me, hey, I'm stuck in a meeting or whatever. I expected him to show up. So then finally it comes a little later and my wife's like, hey, let's have him do something in July. So he calls me and I was like, well, now it's too late. Our son's going to sleep. Can you send me an email and we'll reschedule? Never got an email back. For me, we were ready to buy. We wanted to get these windows. He had already kind of sold us, but then he didn't follow through. And I think for that is a lot like what we do with our finances, right? It's really concerning to me that there's a lot of people who say they want financial freedom, yet their actions don't reflect their words, much like this salesperson. He wants to make a sale, right? He wants to probably get some money off of it. But if his actions aren't reflective of what he says, doesn't matter. It's all like garbage, right? So what I think for us is we have to really question, do we really want it? Or are we just saying it because everybody else says it? And what is it that we want, right? So he is to know what we want and what we say and what we want. Are we doing the things to get there? Are our actions, are they lining up with what we say? Are our actions lining up with what we say and want? I see this all the time. A lot of people say they want certain things, but then they're not doing the things to get them to what they want, right? Their outcome. They want to maybe here in YouTube, they want to grow their YouTube presence, but they're not creating videos. They're not doing anything there. This is a simple plug for us. Subscribe, like, share if you think this is helpful. All of that, like subscribers, all that stuff. So yeah, and I think again, the part of it again is no follow through. You can say certain things, you can maybe do actions for a little while, but there's no follow through. And so the way that people become financially independent, the way they become financially free, it's a period of time where they are disciplined or hopefully for a long time, they're disciplined to reach that goal. That's what the FIRE movement's about. Like it's saving more, living on less for a certain period of time. So if you're disciplined, you will get to the results, right? But you have to make a plan and a strategy, stick to it. And most of it is just showing up, right? Showing up and doing those things. So if there's no follow through, you're not going to get to the results you want. Most of it in business, they say 99% is showing up. So if you make a commitment, show up to those commitments. If you have a obstacle or something, connect with the person and tell them. I feel like in our world today, so many people, we have these smartphones, but yet we're not very communicative with each other. And we don't follow through with our own things because we get sidetracked. We go on Facebook, we go on this, we go on that. And so really, it's up to you. Do you really want financial freedom? These are 3 basic principles that if you pursue those, no matter if you're going into the market, if you go into what we do with grandma's strategy or whatever, if you are consistent and you build that foundation, you'll get to awesome results. But if you don't, the only person to blame is you, right? And I feel like we're in a really interesting position in our world right now, and we can't blame politics. We can't, Corona, all this stuff. Some of it we put ourselves in this situation, and we have the opportunity to make changes. We have the opportunity to do something different. The question is, are you going to do something different? And are you going to do something different tomorrow and the next day and build on that? That's what makes successful businesses. That's what makes successful people. They didn't just become those celebrities overnight. It was small, consistent actions that led them there. Whether it's saving, whether it's building a financial stability pyramid, all that stuff. Anyway, that's all I got. So keep being awesome. And I want to see you guys break through to a smart, stable financial future. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Do you think I'm crazy here? What do you think?